I'm Leeann. This is Kieran. Together we bought an old sailboat. There it is. It's official. We got keys.
I'm actually quite excited.
We're just an average couple trying to escape the 9 to 5.
We've moved on. We've realised this boat needs a lot more love than we thought.
Join us on this crazy adventure as we prepare our boat to hit the high seas, try to maintain a work-life balance, and start a family. We are taking you right back to the beginning. Be sure to subscribe for our weekly videos. A few weeks had passed. Did we settle into boat life with ease? In short, the answer was no. But the adventure was only beginning. We spent a few days over Christmas house sitting, which was extremely nice. However, we still longed to get back to Arai. She was our home after all. Okay, so it's Christmas Day! Merry Christmas!
Yeah, officially our first Christmas on the boat.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's good. I like it. We woke up a bit dusty this morning. Late breakfast.
Yeah, it's like 11:15.
Oh, it's a nice lazy day. The weather is stormy again.
Yeah, it's raining.
I'm just going to take it easy, I think.
Yeah. Oh.
Not bad.
It's alright. Okay, Captain. Tell us where we're at now that you've had a feed.
Oh, I feel so much better. I'm trying to service the engine today. Give it a clean and see if we can figure out where it's losing oil. The oil sitting in the sump down there isn't what I've drained out. That's stuff that we've lost over the time. So I've got to try and figure out where it's coming from.
So it is the 27th of December, 2 days after Christmas, and we've been having engine issues. We noticed it the last time we went out that there was a lot of oil dropped.
I had to top it up by about 3.5 litres. I think overall it might hold about 6 total. The engine runs good. I started it before for the first time in about a few weeks.
3 weeks.
Almost a month. And it starts just perfect, so I don't want to wreck it. We'll try and look after it. We don't want to really feel like replacing it, that's for sure.
No.
Does need a good bit of love though.
Hopefully, fingers crossed, that it's not going to be a big issue.
Big
we don't
major.
know yet.
Hopefully I can find it and fix it with ease. That's a lot of oil. We've only run that engine for 7 hours, 8 hours maximum. We shouldn't chew through 4 litres of oil in 8 hours.
Alright, stay tuned.
Yeah. While it was apart, I noticed the water pump was dripping a bit, so I've taken that apart to check that. The impeller was fine. That's actually in pretty good condition. The water pump, the shaft is in pretty bad condition. That's probably causing the seals not to last very long because someone's had to make modifications to the shaft. I think because what I can read online, it's a discontinued model of pump by Johnson, and I can't find a replacement part. I've also got no spare gasket for it. This is the old gasket for the pump. Might work, I don't know. Most likely just going to be prone to leaks. But not only that, is when I removed one of the screws from the cover of the pump, if you can see that or not, but it actually snapped off inside there. And the issue is, a new one of these is like 500 bucks. Boat life. Hashtag. I'd say the person who owned this previously has made the modifications to the shaft so it will fit the new impellers maybe. Don't know, but I've taken to it with a grinder by the looks of it, or a file, but in doing so they've wrecked the surface where the shaft, where the seal sits. There's big scratches all over it, so then the seal doesn't last very long. So then if I just replace the seal, it's just going to leak again. Buy an old boat.
It'll be cheap, they said.
Yeah. So I think I've had some success with the water pump. I just got some 2000 grit sandpaper, wet dry sandpaper, and sort of polished it as best as I could.
without removing too much of the shaft. And I also managed to drill out the snapped bolt and tap a new 5mm stainless thread. You can kind of see where the lip of the seal sits about there, and it's actually marked, grooved in. So what I've done is I've also filed the spacer, which sits inside there, down about 1/2 mil, not even, probably 1/3 of a mil, so then it brings the shaft further forward and there'll be a new clean bit of metal for it to sit on. So hopefully that's enough. I'll see what it looks like when I put it together. I'll use that to make a new gasket for the lid, to seal the lid back on again. So fingers crossed it all works. I could take off way more of that actually, so then the shaft comes through a bit more. So the water pump's back together. I'll see what happens. It's all done, back up again. I've just topped it up with oil. It's sitting... Geez, the colour of the oil already looks filthy. Probably needs another oil change. I've laid rags all on the bottom in the sump. So that means when it drips, I'll be able to see where it's dripping from. Going to clean the sea strainer first, the raw water sea strainer, and then we'll fire it up and see what happens, I reckon.
There's no water coming in.
No water?
No.
Nothing?
No.
Have a look now?
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately there's still a water leak, which I kind of imagined, given the the state of the shaft. I was hoping I might be able to buy it some time, but doesn't look that way. So while I've been doing engine bits, Leanne's been up here like a trooper. Oh, she's watching someone else dock.
It's not a good time.
No. Boats aren't designed for confined spaces, are they?
No.
Yeah, Leanne's been fixing our dinghy floor. It's got a leak, so she's been doing some patching.
How does it look? This is the one.
Looks pretty good. I removed the bilge pump to install a shower sump, but that meant we have no forward. In the forward bilge we had no actual bilge pump, and the forward bilge doesn't drain to the back bilge, so we need to have one up here. So I'm just installing it, running a new pipe. Just going to try and get it up here and drill a hole through the hull and put another skinner fitting in. Yeah, boat dog.
Oh, our boat dog. We're looking after him for Dan.
Dog's it.
Yeah.
It's a little bit spooky. Drilling holes in boats. That is how thick our hull is.
Why is it?
Oh, because I started at a different angle inside, then finished from a different angle out here.
That's quite thick. What is that?
25 mil.
Yeah. It was time to take a much needed break from boat maintenance and join our friends out on the bay for New Year's.
So not like it's a race or anything, but I think Dan's losing. Mind you, he's pointing a little bit higher than us, so you can kind of understand. Beautiful. Just right where we want to go is dead into wind, so it's going to take a while. We're doing like, and we got tide against us, so we're doing like 4.5 knots with like a knot and a half to 2 knots of current at the moment. So it is what it is, but it's so beautiful though. So we just had this idea to come back up to the sand dunes to watch sunset, and we've just sat down.
Hi. Okay, so So it's officially 2020.
We're going to go for a bit of a explorer. Take the dinghy out for a bit of a dinghy mission and maybe a bit of a snorkel. We'll see what we can find. You reckon?
Yeah. It was midday on the 1st of Jan, and we decided it was a good idea to climb the iconic sandhills on Moreton Island. Oh. Whose idea was this? Oh, my legs!
That's a mammoth climb up there.
I can't, my feet I think they have blisters. Unfortunately, today wasn't the day. The sand was piping hot. Oh my god, how hot were your feet?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure I heard them sizzle when I hit the water.
Oh my god. I honestly think I have blisters. I'm glad we didn't go right to the top. Tune in next week as we attempt the sandhills for the second time. And spend the rest of the week exploring what Moreton Bay has to offer.